Oh, welcome back. So today we got this car in, this El Camino in early this morning. He was having AC not working. It's just developed a leak. We've leak checked it, found a few small leaks. So we went ahead and changed all the O-rings in the engine compartment system where the leaks were. And we're currently doing a vacuum on that. But one of the other things on his list was it was becoming very sluggish when he was starting it. And as you can see here, this was his battery cable. Somebody's tried patching it together at some point in time, and then it had these type ends on it. They just don't make the best connection, period. So what we've done is we've added, and it had about what, 7 other wires on it, on the battery post here. So we've added a jump block down and low, and we've taken all that off of here, moved it down. So now he's just got the two main wires on each post. Just cleaned it up a lot. So we're working on that. Going to charge the AC system, and then this one will be going home today. So that's kind of where we are today on that. Here on the Mustang, update on the Mustang, we started driving it, test driving it, messing around with the Holley Sniper, doing some tweaking on it ourselves with the laptop, but the brakes just never were good. So we ended up putting a new master cylinder on it. The master cylinder was leaking, so we got that done, and it was also plumb backwards. They had the front reservoir and the front and rear reservoir reversed at the master cylinder. So we got that done, but then it's also come down to the brake booster. The brake booster is just not functioning like it should. We're getting plenty of vacuum out of the motor. We're right at 16 inches of vacuum. I'd like to see more, but that's all we're going to get with this camshaft in the car. So we've sent we have a local business here in our area called Pryor Rebuilders, and their business is one of their divisions of their company is they will rebuild brake boosters. So if you have an obsolete brake booster that you can't find anymore, there is a company called Pryor Rebuilders, and I think they're in the Mesquite, Texas, and they can take yours and rebuild it. So that's kind of where we are on that. Quick update on the 55 Chevy interior. We haven't been getting as much done on it here lately, just with lack of employees. We've been 4 short for quite a while and just been spread pretty thin, but we're back on it, and we're finishing up the top of the center console. We have it's all been pre-fit, covered with the foam, and the cover has actually been done on it, and we're getting ready to finish gluing it, and we'll start putting that on. Then this will go on, and then we'll start finishing up the inside window moldings and the rear console, and then we'll be moving on to the trunk shortly after that. So currently on the 32, the customer came out and we discussed what our plans were with the headers. So we have all those items on order. We haven't received them yet. So in the meantime, while we're waiting on the tubing to come in for the headers and the other items, Brandon is currently working underneath the chassis, putting notch outs in the frame rail where the exhaust is going to be coming through certain areas of the cross members and frames. And he's cutting those areas out and then filling them back in, boxing them, molding all that in. And he'll be doing that on both sides all the way through and out to the rear of the car. So that's kind of where we are on that at the moment. Update on the Camaro. We got everything on the customer's list done to the point that we were attempting to start the vehicle. It's one of those throttle body fuel injected, I think they're called a ZZ6 crate engine. And it uses the GM harness and ECU. and we could get it to fire, but it wasn't running. It wouldn't keep running. It's like it was starving on fuel. Well, through testing it and checking it, what we've narrowed it down to is only 4 of the fuel injectors are getting fire, and from the fuel injector plug all the way through the harness to the ECU, we have continuity, no breaks in the wiring. So it looks like it's in the ECU. So we currently have one of the a replacement ECU on order, and as soon as that shows up, we'll get it installed, finish attempting to get it fired and dialed in the best that we can, and then this car will be going home. Customer's going to finish this car up on his own. And then here on the C10, we've had it running, played with that some, been bleeding the Hydro Boost and the power steering system, getting all the bubbles out of that. It was making a little bit of noise. Come to find out, the power steering pump needed the flow correction valve in there to lessen the pressure a little bit on the output. So we got that done, got rid of that noise, got it bled. We're real close to, Mike's been out, he's out of town this weekend, so Monday we'll probably end up putting the seat in the car and start driving this thing around the parking lot and verifying that everything's functioning like that. And then we'll be moving forward to carpet in the floor, starting to put the interior back together, and then we'll also be having Brandon. We're going to be covering the radiator and core support. All that'll be getting done. Battery area, so all that'll be hand formed panels, and then we'll be getting those over to Anthony to get painted. So that's kind of where we are at the coming up on the end of the week. So we brought the 32 to work today. Gonna recharge the AC. This car is about, I don't know, 12, 15 years old. And we've never had to mess with the AC, but it's not blowing cold. So I'm gonna leak check it and see if we have a leak of any major kind, fix it. We're getting this thing ready to go to a car show tomorrow. Put on by the Morning Maniacs in downtown McKinney, and we'll show you here in a second the flyer for that. So this is downtown McKinney on Old Square. It's put on by the Morning Maniacs. The time is from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. They do put out awards, and last year was, I think, their first year or second year that they had it, and they had like 150 cars. They're expecting at least 150, maybe 200 cars this year. So if you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, it's a good show. Downtown McKinney of the Square is really nice and neat. A lot of antique shops and neat shops to go visit while you're there. So hopefully we see y'all tomorrow. But that's kind of what we're getting ready to do this afternoon. And then when we get done doing that, we're going to go do a couple of quick rollers up and down the road. We're in our traffic time around here, so there'll be short ones. But want to be sure and thank you for joining our channel, supporting us. If you haven't already, as always, subscribe, tell your friends about it, click that like button or that bell, whatever it's called, so that you can get all the notifications. Anyway, thank y'all and enjoy the ride. Appreciate it.